What's going on, everybody? Good morning, good evening, wherever you are, and whatever time it is, and welcome back to another video of The Lonely Bandit. So guys, today we are starting a brand new series. This series is going to be released over a very long period of time. It's not going to be one video, it's not going to be 5 videos, it's probably going to be a hell of a lot more, because this series is about the art of banditry. It's going to be about teaching others like yourself, you beautiful people out there that are watching this right now, how to do some true banditry. And I'm going to be taking this in a very detailed approach. I'm going to be talking about a lot of different things, and it's going to take a long time. So I'm doing these in short videos over a period of time, and I'm going to be giving you guys examples of things that have happened to me and that can happen to you. And I'll be talking about them in each of the videos. Some of these will be a bit more discussion based, some of them will be just me analyzing a situation that has happened. But overall, all of these videos should give you guys some very deep insight into the art of banditry and what it takes to be a good, efficient, effective bandit. So today we're starting off with the mental side of DayZ. That's what the first few videos are going to be about. We'll be talking about what sort of mental state you need to get your mind into before you even think about logging into DayZ. There's a few things that you're going to have to come to terms with, and a lot of them going to be uncomfortable for some people. A lot of people might even find this to be natural, and other people might just flat out not be able to do it. And one of the big mental things you have to wrap your head around is discipline. Now this comes in a variety of forms. There's a physical discipline when you don't pull the trigger too early, and then there's a decision-making process. You don't choose to go after somebody or don't make a move on somebody at a particular time. You have to make the right decisions at the right time, and if you make the wrong call, then it can cost you and your friends another trip back to the coast. It's that fucking simple. DayZ is a very brutal game, and that's why I love to play this brutal playstyle. And without a doubt, without good discipline, you're gonna fail at this playstyle. Easy, no problem, you're out. It's that simple. So how can you put good discipline into practicality? How can you make it a practical, viable tool in your arsenal? Well, I'm going to show you guys some situations in which I found myself to be very disciplined, even though my instinct was telling me otherwise, where I did some things where a lot of people probably wouldn't have. And now the first situation is the footage you're seeing right now. I'm obviously in TheLonelyBandit, on the western side of the city. Just outside it, not very far at all, pretty much on the outskirts. And the situation was we had a mate getting robbed in the middle of the TheLonelyBandit compound in one of the barracks. Now me and my other buddy were too far away to go help him. There's 3 of us, one of us was being robbed. Us 2 were too far away to go help him, so instead we set up a perimeter and waited out the situation. Now that in itself took some discipline, believe me. I was willing to go in there, shoot this fucker straight away, because I don't like when when my friends get robbed or when people attempt to rob us. So I was pretty fired up, but then I cooled myself down. I was like, hang on, think about this. We only know there's one guy robbing our mate. We don't know if he has friends, and if we push it too fast, then our friend dies. It's that simple. So instead we held out. I was out in the fields to the northwest, my buddy was on the east side, so for the most part, we had the compound fairly decently covered. The robbery ends. Our friend is still alive, so we're starting to be a bit nicer about this guy and how we're going to deal with him. And then all of a sudden, the guy takes off. The robbery's finished, he's moving out, he's trying to escape clean. We're like, okay, it's time to go. And I asked my guy that was getting robbed. As far as I'm concerned, it's his decision on what we do to the guy. I said, look, do you want us to kill him or not? And then as I say that, the guy that's robbed him is running out of the wall straight towards me. You guys will be seeing the footage right now. I'm scoped in. I couldn't ask for a better shot, really. Could ask for him to be still, that'd be about it. But at this distance, with this gun, with this scope, I'm not gonna miss him. He's right there, right for the taking. And my buddy calls to hold fire. The guy gave a decent interaction. He wasn't rude, he wasn't too disrespectful, didn't even take much off my friend. And believe me, every muscle in my body wanted to kill that guy so fucking badly. But when you look at it from an outside perspective, 1. We still have no idea how many of us there were. 2. He showed my friend respect by not killing him, not taking too much of his gear, if any at all. And those 2 reasons alone were enough for us to have the trigger discipline to not shoot him. Even though I wanted to at first, over time as the robbery developed and our friend came in unscathed, it was all good and well, and I was actually quite surprised at myself for having the discipline to not just shoot the guy in the fucking legs, let him bleed out in the field, or give him a nice little execution shot. It could have been very simple, but instead we held off, and we showed that guy the respect that he showed my friend, and it was quite simple in the end. Another great example I have for you guys is the footage you're seeing right now. I'm up near Novo, far northeast of the map, sitting on a cliff, and there's a camp in Polana to my south. It's just under a click away from me. I'm very far away, scoping out the town. And I know there's a camp in that town on this particular server. So I'm looking for people, looking to spot them, looking to just track them and get some intel. So I'm very strictly playing recon here, and I'm solo, keep in mind. I see this one guy, and straight away my trigger finger starts getting a bit itchy. I'm like, I can take out his legs, I can move in, could be beautiful, could be easy. But then I told myself, no, first off, I need to be realistic about my shots, because come on, that's like over a 700-meter shot. And I'd be very lucky to hit that if he even stopped still for me. And the second thing was, I still didn't know how many guys were in the area. At the time, I assumed 1, and I was like, I'll give it a bit of time, we'll see what happens. Literally less than 30 seconds later, I see a second guy. And he's actually at the camp at a little barn outside of town that I've been casing for the last day and a half or so. And right there, I knew to back off. There was no way I was hitting them. Even if I did hit them, it'd be very lucky to even break the legs and move in, get the robbery underway. And I was solo, keep in mind. So I just decided to hold my fire. I didn't shoot. And it wasn't really worth it. I mean, they were both fairly undergeared and may not have even been together. But regardless, I put my self-preservation first, because I had the discipline to not pull the trigger, to make the right call, and to live another day. And that was 2 days ago, and the character's still alive now at the time of recording. Of course, I could keep going on and on with examples, but I'm going to cut it there. I think it's quite obvious now what I mean when I talk about discipline in DayZ. It's all about making the right calls in the right situation, and of course you're not going to know it straight off the bat. And the biggest thing to controlling your discipline is just to control your emotion. In that first situation, I was angry, I was ready to go, he's fucking robbing my friend, fuck him, I'm going to go bury him. And I was like, hang on, take a deep breath, and think about this, and at the end of the day I made the right call. And all of us in the group managed to get out of there alive, pretty much unscathed. Our friend lost some ammo, which was nothing in the long run. And that's the end of this video, guys. I'm sorry it went for a little bit longer than I was hoping. I'm going to try and aim for these videos to be at about 7 minutes apiece, but we'll see how it goes. This is going to be a very long series, and it's going to cover a multitude of topics, so if that's not for you, that's absolutely fine. You're welcome to your opinion and to not watching it or whatever. Or if you disagree with some things I say, then let me know in the comments. If this helps you out, again, let me know, so I know at least someone out there is finding this helpful. If not, regardless, I hope you guys have a good one. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.